else. This man is one of the most amazing communicators, one of the most effective people at bringing people to a new level of result. He's a neuro-linguistic master. He's practiced linguistics. He's practiced so many things about how do we achieve, how do we get to the highest point of achievement. His name is Julian Sado. He's my good friend. And Julian, come up here and make it happen for these guys, would you?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. Has the world changed? Yeah. Have I changed? Yeah. Yes. I've changed. That was me in the 80s, right? I had a record deal, and I was cool. I was really cool at the time. I worked with Sony Pictures and traveled and did fight coordinating. I did well. But here's the thing. I didn't change. My idiosyncrasies from childhood traveled all the way through my adulthood, through my pocketbookhood, and to the point where I self-destructed everything that I could have had. I'm going to ask you guys to think about that, because we do that to ourselves without even knowing it. You got to think about how you react to your life versus just planning for your life. Because if you plan for your life, but you don't think about how you react to your life, guess what's going to happen? You're going to revert back to the behaviors that are part of the autonomic nervous system. Because the autonomic nervous system is responsible to make sure that the habits you have keep playing out in your life. You can be the desire to want to be successful, have all these goals, but you'd be surprised what the subconscious does. It's really powerful. We have sold a lot of motivation, but we are afraid by nature to look internal about what's going to get us there. Our threat response is no different than it was in the past, but our definition of what threat is has changed. Our ego, somebody posting something, somebody saying something. If you post something on social media and no one likes it, stress. You get the point? The body doesn't know the difference. It doesn't say, well, that's not a lion, so you shouldn't stress about that. That is your lion. Subconscious mind is to keep you safe, comfortable, familiar. If you guys write down anything, remember that, because that is the challenge you're faced with. You are against not your competitors, you're against that. Feeling safe, feeling comfortable, and finding things familiar. Every day you get up and do the exact same thing, and you say you want to do something else. Some people say, I want to join the gym and go, but they get up at 7 o'clock to get somewhere at 7:30. That's being familiar. Did you get what I'm saying? You have to know that that is your biggest enemy in life. Are you comfortable being in a space of I'm trying to find clients? That becomes habitual, just like your coffee in the morning. You're used to feeling that way. Sympathetic nervous system is a fight or flight, and we're so used to living by that. And that's why stress is like this, even if it's not really stress, but we take it as stress. Impacts the autonomic nervous system. But this is who we are as humans, because we all have some trauma in our life. Every last one of us have trauma. And the biggest one is depression is an expression of the trauma. When I got out of fitness and got into I hate to say this, but if anybody here sells life insurance, it's a great way to get rid of your friends and family. Because, am I right? They make you call everybody. And I'm calling Lenny Kravitz, I'm calling Jennifer, hey, you need to buy life insurance. I lost all my friends. So when I heard a man that was, I would say respectful, he says, you need to get a real job. And I got audited. That was a good reason too. I'm like, maybe I should learn this stuff. So I ended up doing something different, life insurance. But then all of a sudden I'm wearing a suit and tie when I used to wear sweats and t-shirts all day long. Imagine the psychology of that. All right, I need, who wants to participate? I need a participant. Tina? Tina. Tina, you know what? I really, really don't like, I just don't like that green shirt. That green shirt it makes me nauseous. It makes me feel sick. I don't like it. I wish you just stop wearing green shirts. I hate that green shirt. What do you think?
You're colorblind.
Julian? Green is my favorite color.
Okay.
So.
Wait, let's pretend. Wait, let me rephrase. You're not wearing a green shirt, you're wearing a black shirt. Okay, so how would you feel if I told you I hated that green shirt like I just did, but you're wearing a black shirt? What would you say to yourself?
Can you join?
What would you say to yourself?
To myself?
Yeah.
I think. You know, he has an issue with green, and I think he might be colorblind.
There you go. Okay, she said he has an issue with green. I think he might be colorblind. Here's the challenge I want you guys to think about. It's the green shirt theory. When would it bother her that I told her I didn't like her green shirt? Remember that. So when people make you feel something, it's because you believe it to be true inside. The only way it would bother her if she was wearing green. So if you feel somebody makes you, that they think you're stupid, There's a part of you that feels that. Where does that come from? It comes from your childhood, from your past, from your emotions that are attacked you, that became what you at the time was protecting you, whatever reason, and now it's still in your adulthood. As a behavioral scientist and a coach, I coach people and I dig deep, and I'm telling you, I'm like a dentist. I tell them all the time, coaching people is counterintuitive. I'm gonna say things you hate. You might even cuss me out, but when you come back, I'll forgive you. It's okay, because a dentist, when you go to a dentist, you don't say, hey, just focus on the good teeth, right? I want to know where the bad tooth is, and it's going to hurt, but fix it. And that's what coaches are here to do. And most people that I work with, when they understand this, things shift. So think about that. This has been proven, the hidden force of fragrance. This is a science to prove what I just told you. This was taken, they took people and had them put on really expensive cologne. At least that's what they told them. It was from Ross Dress for Less cologne, but they took it and they repackaged it. They said it was really expensive cologne. And if you wear this cologne, you're going to be really feeling good about yourself because it costs thousands. Most people can't even afford it. But it's going to empower you to speak well, feel well, and do well. They got on camera and talked to people they never met that were in a different part of the city. Each one of them, compared to the people that didn't get sprayed to cologne, they asked the people that saw them on the video, which one did you find most attractive and most intriguing? 100% of those that had the cologne were the ones that were chosen. What does that tell you about our thoughts? What you think about you comes across. When you guys set goals and when you're showing them houses or when you're working with a client, when you're working with people, what are you thinking about yourself? That is the key. This science news right here tells you right here that the heart has been discovered. There's 40,000 brain-like cells in the heart. These cells are what you have as a child. From birth to 7, they are your cells that help you remember the ways you're supposed to respond, the way you eat, the way you walk, the way you laugh, all those little nuances from your family. You pick up those traits, the way you feel about certain colors, smells, all those things. They have a memory to that. Now, here's what's crazy. The way you feel, the way you think changes the frequency of the aorta. When the blood pumps from your body, from your heart, there is a frequency that's picked up by the person you're talking to. That heart, your heart, what's your name? Gabby. Gabby's heart is picking up that frequency. How many of you have heard of acid rock music? Anybody like acid rock? Okay, I don't either. But let's say this. Let's say I have acid rock music coming out of my heart. I can't hear it. It's like a dog whistle. But her heart hears it, and they're like, whoa, something's wrong with that heart. I don't like that heart. That's not good. That's not a heart I like to listen to. So if you feel insecure, if you feel anger, if you feel stressed that you can't close a deal, it hurts your heart. And that person picks it up. Ever got a gut feeling when you meet somebody? That's what it is. It's a gut feeling. Intentions. When people say, I don't know, the intentions seem wrong. That's what it is. Science has proven it. Vanessa Van Edwards did it. She did an MRI test. She found out when people jump out of an airplane, she took the sweat pads from their underarms. I know it sounds gross. She took sweat pads from people that were running on a treadmill. She took both of those sweat pads and put it under one person's nose. Did that, smell it, paid attention to the brain, smell this one. The fear response from the person jumping out of the airplane, the same responses in her brain popped in just by smelling. Because we pick up. Those things are science, but it's spiritual. We have feelings about people. Here's how you change it. Anybody want to know how to change it? Say, I want to know how to change it. When you meet somebody, Gabby, right? Savvy. That's an S? Okay. It looks like a G. I'm just saying, it looks like a G. All right. I met Savvy. When I'm meeting Savvy, I am thinking about what I can appreciate about Savvy right now. Amazing eyes. Amazing eyes. When I met Brian today, guess what I thought about? He has a cool-ass chin. He has that iron chin. He's got that rock, Iron Man chin. He's like, dude, this is an awesome chin. What I'm doing is I'm taking the focus off of me and what I think you might think of me because my body behaves that way. I'm trying to impress. I'm trying to act like I know it all. You're taking from the person you're meeting. But when you look at somebody and you appreciate them, not in a disrespectful way, let me just clarify, but in a respectful, I'm like, Brian, don't take that wrong, okay? Okay? But you respect that, and you look at them and you say, what can I appreciate about this person right now? And you appreciate it. It changes the frequency in your heart. And guess what happens? There's this thing called oxytocin. Oxytocin that pops in the brain. And oxytocin is the frequency that changes the heart frequency. Paying attention to them in a way that is not trying to take validation of me from them. Validation for you is a taking thing. And anybody is going to feel like you're trying to take something from them if that's all you're looking for. So you got to psychologically talk to yourself about, why am I saying this right now? Why am I positioning myself like this right now? As a leader, as a salesperson, as a partner, why am I positioning myself this way? And I showed you a picture. This is a real picture of an MRI of a mother kissing a baby. Oxytocin is populated in the same areas of the brain, and it shows you it is real. So it is a real thing. Science is sales. So in science is relationships. If you guys will just think about what I just shared and think about what's in your heart. Like just recently, well, that was recently, it's a few years ago, but I still am in touch with this guy because of this. Company hired me to do an investigation for somebody who was being accused of racism, because they wanted to show they're doing everything they can to make sure that they're not like being callous to this. So I interviewed the man that was being investigated. Come to find out, in the process of sitting with him, I paid attention to his body language, and he got a phone call, a picture text that came in. And I said, hey, what? I saw something change in you. He was like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, no. We've been talking about NLP, dude. Your body went, and he was like, well, I just got a picture of my ex-wife and her boyfriend and my daughter at Disney World. And I said, hey, can I see the picture? The guy in the picture looks almost identical to the man that was claiming racism. Mm-hmm. And I said, so based on what we learned, do you see, when you see his picture, what do you think about? What subconscious triggers happen? And he's like, that's what it is. Because I have no racism in my heart. I don't know why they said it. Now I see why they say it. So he approached the gentleman and apologized. Said, here's what's happening. Showed him the picture. They're best friends now. See, we don't know our subconscious. We just react to it. If you learn to pay attention, observe yourself. Why do I act this way? If I came in here today, and first thing I said to you guys, I was just telling you, I sold our house. We're looking for a $2.5 million house, probably in the next month or so. How many of you guys be like, hey, Julian, nice to meet you, right? Right? That's taking. But if you just walk up and say, hey, what do I like about this guy? And talk to me, I might even tell you that without even thinking about it. The goal is to be the product.
Yeah.
That's it. You are the product. You are the brand. You brand every moment. You walk into a grocery store and you don't say hi to the checker, they live somewhere. You get mad because somebody, matter of fact, I had this when I was doing mortgage sales. I was treated so badly at a restaurant that I approached the owner and said, you know, if you want me to work with your team and show them some little thing about NLP and how to really get tips, I'll do it for free. Now I can do classes at his restaurant for free now because I did that. Take advantage of the opportunities that you usually react to and see businesses all around you. It is not an 8 to 5. It is a daily activity, even the people living next to you. So real quick, I'm going to share how easy it is to understand what I'm saying. Everybody who likes cats, please stand up. Don't be shy. Oh my God, there's a lot of people who like cats. Oh my, you like cats? Oh, we got to talk. Okay, all right, sit down for me real quick. All right, everybody who prefers SUVs over sports cars, stand up. All right, sit down. Okay, now here's the tricker. Here's the kicker. Everybody who has ever been hurt by somebody, they love that a moment in their life, stand up. Ever been hurt by somebody? Ever been hurt by somebody? Okay, remain standing only if you've ever wanted more money at the end of the month sometime in your life. Okay, so look around. Look around real quick with a real silence. Just look around. Everything you feel, everybody else has felt. So if you look around, you guys are all the same. So you don't posture anything. You just look for who they are and you engage with that feeling. That is diversity and inclusion. Everything else is just a suit. Everything else. So I ask you guys to just think about that. If you want my book, you can have it, but it's up there real quick. But I thank you guys for the time. I really appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much, okay?